knew a man, Bojangles, and he danced for you. In worn-out shoes, silver hair and ragged shirt and baggy pants, the old soft shoe. Hey, I'm Kevin, and welcome back for another song tutorial. Today we're going to check out Mr. Bojangles, written by Jerry Jeff Walker, performed by the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band and other famous acts from the 60s and 70s. We're going to check out the chords, the strumming pattern, and put it all together, have some fun playing the uke. Hey, before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and click that alert bell so you know when the next video is coming your way. If you're interested in more learning resources, head over to AllForUKe.com, where we have a full searchable library of songs, song sheets, practice tracks, worksheets, and more. All for you, AllForUKe.com. Let's kick things off by checking out the strumming pattern. So the pattern for this tune is down, down, up, and I've selected that one because we are in the 3/4 time signature. So let me demonstrate here, holding down a C chord, down, down, up, up. And the way that we count that in 3/4 is 1, 2, and 3, and. So we go down, go strum up, and then down, up. So we're subdividing that rhythm, and we're going to add a little extra weight to that first down strum, a little accent to it to kind of give it that nice swaying motion in 3/4. So let's try this together. I'll give us a 3 count in, and I'll either be doing 3 or 6 counts in throughout this tutorial. If it helps you to say the pattern to yourself, feel free to do so. 1, 2, 3. Down, down, up, 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3. Heavy, heavy. 2 and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and. Now I'm going to demonstrate the beginning of the verse section here. We're going to take this a couple lines at a time to keep it in nice consumable chunks of music. So here we go. I knew a man, Bojangles, and he danced for you in worn-out shoes, silver hair and ragged shirt and baggy pants, the old soft shoe. All right, so let's take this chord by chord. We start off with a C major chord. Now, because we're going to be going to an E minor chord from C quite a few times, I'm going to play this C chord with my middle finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, and I'm going to place my index finger down on the 2nd fret behind it. That gives me a nice pivot point to move to my 2nd chord, which is E minor. A little staircase here, ring, middle, and index finger on frets 4, 3, and 2. Should sound like this. Then I move over to my A minor chord, which is played with middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. From there, we go to an F chord. So all we need to do is add our index finger to the E string of the 1st fret. And this kind of nice circular motion that we've created here is going to go right into the G7 chord. So we pivot down using our index finger from the F chord to our G7 chord. So let's take a walk through this nice and slow with the strumming pattern. You can follow along on the number of times on the blue bar below. So I'll give us a nice 3 count in. Just go nice and slow here. 1, 2, 3. C, E minor, A minor, A minor, F, F, G7, G7, and then this happens again, E minor, A minor, and then the same thing, F twice, G7 twice. Let's take a look at the last 2 lines of the verse here. So we're starting off on an F chord. I'll do a quick demonstration. 1, 2, 3. You jump so high, you jump so high, then it lightly touched down. All right, so for this section, we start off with our F chord again. F major, and then we move over to a C major chord. This time we can play it with our ring finger, and then we introduce a new chord here, which is E7. So E7, a nice path to get there is take your ring finger, slide it from the 3rd fret where you're playing C to the 2nd fret, and then you're going to add your middle finger to the C string of the 2nd fret and your index to the 1st fret on the G string. You play that once. Then we move to an A minor chord, just our middle finger here on the G string of the 2nd fret. So for he jumped so high, he jumped so high, it's F, C, E7, A minor. So some quick chord changes starting to happen here, so if you need to break these down and go nice and slow, feel free to do so. And then our last line, we're going to start off with a D7 chord. You have a couple different options for D7. I like this open version here because we're playing an open A minor. So I just play middle finger on the G string 2nd fret, ring finger on the E string of the 2nd fret. Sounds like this. Or you could play D7 by barring the entire 2nd fret and placing your middle finger on the A string of the 3rd fret. And then we finish off the section here by playing G major, index on the C string of the 2nd fret, ring finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, and middle finger down here on the A string of the 2nd fret. And the transition here, a little bit tricky, moving from G to G7. So it's a full finger swap to go to G7, which we've already went through. So here is our G, and you might want to practice this a few times, just going G to G7, because it happens in a lot of different songs, moving from that major chord to the dominant 7 chord. So let's take a walk through these chords now together. I'll give us a 3 count in, nice and slow, starting on the F chord. 1, 2, 3, down, down. C, E7, A minor, D7, now G twice, G7 twice. If you're digging the sound of my uke, head over to AllForUKe.com/shop. You can have a Kala ukulele for yourself. When you buy your Kala ukulele through AllForUKe, you're supporting us, and we really appreciate it. Make sure you check it out. Concerts, sopranos, tenors, baritones, a wide selection of accessories, capos, and more. All for you, AllForUKe.com/shop. Let's take a look at the chorus section now. I'll give a quick demonstration, and then we'll check out the chords and the strumming pattern. 1, 2, 3. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, dance. All right, so the chorus starts off with an A minor chord. We'll play that twice. And then we move to the G chord. So another good chord change to work on here is going from A minor to G. Now there's a couple different ways you can do that. You can use your middle finger for A minor, but when you're using a 1-finger chord, you can use any finger technically. So in this situation, I might just use my index finger because I can kind of hover my G chord with my other open fingers to make this transition a little quicker. And you always want to keep this nice rounded shape in your fingers where you see your fingernails facing back at you, keeping your fingers in nice close proximity to the strings. So moving from A minor to a G major, and then that's going to happen again 2 more times, A minor to G, and then we finish off this section when we get to the lyric dance, which goes back to kind of the little tagline, and we go C, E minor, A minor. And this also serves as the intro of the song, so it kind of takes you out of the chorus and gets you back into the verse. So just learning that C, E minor, A minor thing is good to have in your pocket for the rest of this tune. So now let's play this section together, nice and slow. I'll give us a 3 count in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. A minor, G, A minor, down, down, up, G, again, A minor, G, and then dance, C, E minor, A minor, and that is the chorus section. All right, we're gonna play this one together now. I'll give us a 3 count in. We'll do the intro, which is just gonna be C, E minor, A minor, like we do at the end of the chorus, and we'll play through the verse and the chorus together. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that again. C, E minor, A minor. Here we go in the verse. I knew a man, Bojangles, and he danced for you. Worn-out shoes, silver hair and ragged shirt and baggy pants. The old soft shoe. He jumped so high, jumped so high. And then he lightly touched down to the chorus. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, do it again. Mr. Bojangles, dance. Let's do that one more time. C, E minor, A minor, and on C. Well, thank you so much for learning this classic tune with me today. If you'd like the song sheet, jump over to AllForUKe.com, where I have song sheets, PDFs, practice tracks, all sorts of good learning resources for learning the uke. And I also want to mention, make sure you leave your comments below if you have any song suggestions for me. I'd love to hear them. And I will see you next time, folks. My name is Kevin. Thank you so much for watching.
Let's get carried away.